You're absolutely right. And Mr. Mehta, what did you make of this extremely precise, perfect briefing by the DGMO here? It goes on to tell you that India is following a template. And I believe that this is a template that India should also follow when it comes to, telling the nation as to what really happened. Social media cannot be trusted, but Pakistani ministers are citing social media when it comes to assessing and talking to the international media to the extent of the damage that India has inflicted. They have kept some things closely guarded. They have not, in fact, shown all their cards, and that's why this commands a lot of trust and respect, which possibly cannot be given to the Pakistanis.
Vinita, I think this is the first time in the history of, I think, in the war situation, the Sehgal is there. But you say, in a democratic country, how our system is so powerful, political will, but the indication from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, leading all the time, discussing with all chiefs, intelligence, coordinated efforts. I'm covering one since long, 71 bar, I was a junior sub-editor, but even then, since then I'm following, so I feel one should feel proud as an Indian, not only as a citizen and a journalist, that we are now almost a superpower in the world. What Dilipji also mentioned about it, because we are fighting with terrorism and nobody, you see, you can't compare even Israel and you can't compare United States, who, sorry to say, everybody knows that in Soviet Union time, who was totally armed to Taliban and into via Pakistan. So in the whole history, in the recent history, if you say, this is a miracle by the India, what we have shown, that we want to fight like Rakshas, we said, devil. So this is a terrorist army, terrorist country. That's why I was feeling that if they continue, we should ask, but earlier also we were asking, at least in the media, they should, the United Nations and all the world should declare it's a terrorist country. Because Pakistan, if people are suffering, Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, everybody is suffering. And then they are encouraging the terrorists against India. So these operations, what you talk about, this our Air Force, our Navy, and ground forces, Thal Sena, you see the army, both the coordinated and intelligence. I used to write earlier, very frankly, that the coordination is like, not nowadays, earlier, 20 years back or so, in Kargil time also, some information we published and then they were not aware about it. So you can imagine at that time, in Kargil time, and they were denied and then ultimately they have to accept. So these kind of situations, because the military intelligence and the other intelligence services, RAW, IB, everybody was involved, but very confidentially, very carefully, and without any provoking to somebody. We say, okay, we want to safeguard our. When they attack, then certainly we will reply. If terrorists attacked in Pahalgam, it was a fit reply all over the world because everybody was crying. Even the Saudi Arab and UAE and Iran foreign minister also came here. So nobody supported. Even the China, you see, China supplied all the arms and everything. They're supporting strategically also. But Xi Jinping was with Putin day before yesterday. And that's why I think that all over the world, only the Turkey one can say because of the Karachi airport and the communication and they need some business so much, or maybe I don't know, very serious, because the Turkey, only country in the world, was openly supported and reached in Karachi to save them. But there was no need to attack by India. So I think because we are not going to attack, that's why the false misinformation, social media, what you mentioned. You see, I've written even Sunday Guardian earlier also and today, social media, they use our social media, but in Indian media also, sometimes to create misinformation, give the false, the Rafale shutdown. Can you imagine? Rafale, there is no need to go to their border. How they will shut down? They will come to Jaisalmer and they come Delhi. They wanted to come to Delhi also, Hisar, Sirsa. These kind of places, they tried their best, but they can't because of our system. They have not mentioned about the S-400 or our BrahMos. You see, today also, the Rajnath Singh ji and they inaugurated one unit in Lucknow, the BrahMos. World, I think our viewers must be knowing that only in the world, this is the one country, India, indigenousness, BrahMos missile which nobody can compare, including China, United States. Only Russians have this kind of missile, what we have BrahMos, and we are capable to attack from anywhere. 300 kilometers starting to 5,000 kilometers. Can you imagine from here? So there is no need any loss from our side. But and it's this, you see this here in the briefing also, in the press conference, openly said we just pointed very technologically how we are superior. That's why I mentioned it, that we should, all over the world must be watching that how technologically, digitally, maybe Israel is also very capable, Russia is capable, but what they do, these kind of operations, because never, we are not too far, we are just crossing the border. Lahore, you can just walk in from Wagah border. So these kind of situations.
Right, sir. So we have some
we are
breaking news
fighting.